Our mental health is a major priority and we should take good care of it. Here are some ways I would suggest that you can do that. The first thing for me is recognition. Recognizing that actually mental health can affect everyone. You don't need to be anxious on a daily basis to then develop anxiety later on down the line or in your career. And that's just one example of mental health. So it can, there is a long spectrum. And I think being able to acknowledge and recognize that it can happen to any of us pushed to any in any scenario, under any different environments, can affect your mental health. So I think the ability to firstly acknowledge that it's not something that you're born with all the time. It's something that can develop based on scenario, environment, and many other factors is really important. It's not just important for you to recognize that for yourself, but it's also important for you to recognize that for your teams and look for signs that may exist in some of your teams. And I think in terms of specifics around some of the things that I do, at least, to really try to take care of my mental health, include actually having a good work-life balance. It includes doing the things that I love. So for example, I try to go into the office 2 to 3 times a week. That gives me a good ability, a good chance to spend time with my teams, but also it gives me time to decompress. It gives me time to maybe do a meeting outdoors when I'm taking a walk. Being able to have a good work-life balance and being able to actually hybrid work is important for me. Another thing that's important for me is actually switching off from work sometimes and from mentally, just switching my mind off. And I always tend to say that I have many tabs open in my brain, like in Excel. There's kind of preparing the home and making sure you've got everything right in the home for your family. There's then just motherhood as a single individual and not necessarily thinking about the entire family, but there's all the things that you think about from a parenthood or a motherhood perspective. And then there's the role of wife or partner that you may play. And for me, again, thinking about all of the things that you might want to do or that you might want to do in that role. And then there's work, and do you have anything else that's going on? Is there a personal initiative that you're focused on or a business initiative that you're focused on? So I feel actually in this day and age, for most people, millennials or Gen Zs or whoever, there is quite a tendency to focus on many, many things, right? So our brains are just consumed constantly with tasks and activities and actually reading information and taking in information in lots of different ways and lots of different forms. And sometimes the best thing I love to do is lie down on the sofa or the bed and just watch nothing, like just, really what I would call trash TV, sorry, but just, really relax my mind and watch something that's going to make me laugh or watch something that's going to make me just have a really relaxed kind of emotional state. And that's important. But also, I love to have a massage. I use laptops a lot. I work on the go. And I use 3 different laptops. I have 2 personal laptops, 1 laptop for work. I travel with my laptops in my backpack. So I get a lot of tension. I also am about to deliver a baby in 2 weeks and I've got a toddler of 18 months old. So there's a lot happening. But for me, removing the tension that I have, recognizing that I have the tension and making sure that I'm doing something active to remove the tension is important. Now, some people may actually go to the gym to do that. For me, I like to walk, but I also like to go for a deep tissue massage with elbows. That's what I like.